Hello. This demo is about XBRL reporting integration, one of Mifos' Google Summer of Code projects. This demo will show how to use the XBRL reporting APIs and its client UI. Let's start with making a few API calls according to the documentation. The first API is taxonomy getRequest. Calling taxonomy will retrieve the whole list of taxonomy that is required by Mix, including name, namespaces, dimension, and description. Let's start the XBRL taxonomy request by calling it in the REST console. As you can see, it retrieved the whole list of taxonomy that is required by Mix, which you can find in the documentation. It has 48 taxonomy, and what we retrieve is also a list of 48 taxonomy. So the next API is the XBRL mapping getRequest. This will retrieve the current saved mapping of calculation from GL accounts, also known as chart of accounts, to the value of taxonomy. Let's have a try in the REST console. So here in the config parameter is the XBRL mapping in JSON format. The GeoAccount ID in the brackets serve as placeholder for corresponding GeoAccount balance. The identifier parameter is not used currently. Next, we'll go through the put request of XBRL mapping. Similarly, we will fill the request body with the identifier and config in the same format, which is returned by the GET request. So we can change the GeoAccounts to another GeoAccount and see how it works. So it returned the resource ID, and we can check it by calling another GET request. As you can see, this returned the updated version of XBRL mapping. And the last API is XBRL report. This request will return the final XBRL file in XML format based on the calculation of saved mapping. It takes the parameter of start date and end date and currency. Let's test it in the REST console. So now it returns the XBRL file of the calculated result of what we just saved in the mapping. So this is basically the demonstration of Mifos XBRL service APIs. Next, we will take a look at the user interface. The XBRL user interface is in the menu of reports. We can see that the whole list of taxonomy are divided into 4 categories. There are the portfolio, balance sheet, incomes, and expenses. They're divided based on their type. And you can see the description for each of the taxonomy as a tooltip. And as you can see, there is one mapping already in the input field for the administrative expense. That is the one we just configured just now. So we can add a few more config. We can also add placeholder to constant. And we can add several more constant to those which are not the calculation of geo counts, but rather the portfolio, like number of offices, number of managers. So we save our mappings. And next, we can choose the start date and end date of our report. Let's run the report. Now you can see the XBRL report in the table with its taxonomy name, dimension, and its corresponding value, which is calculated by the mapping we just input. Then we can save the XBRL report in XML format. Let's take a look at the XBRL file. So as you can see, it is in the XBRL format, which can be used to exchange to microfinance platform. So that's it. This is the current progress I have done for the MifosX XBRL integration project. Thank you for watching.